demo is meant to show you both how to use text editors and how to use Dropbox as your own free web server. First, we are going to use a text editor, my favorite of which is TextMate. This is the website for them, but that is only a Mac tool. Another one is called Sublime Text, which is available for both Mac and Windows. They have slight differences, but they both do a lot of the same things. For now, we are going to use TextMate. I'm going to switch over to my directory. Within Dropbox, in my public folder, I have created something called Dropbox Demo, which has a single picture in it. What I'm going to do is drag that folder and drop it into my TextMate icon, and that's going to create a new text window. I'm going to shrink that so it fits into the movie screen here. And now I'm going to type some code. I could type H1 and give it a title, and just to show how this works, we are going to save that, and I'll put it into this directory as index.html and save it. Now going back to the Finder, I'm going to, you can't actually see me drop these on my icons because I've cut the screen off to make it big enough to see the typing, but I'm going to drag that file index.html and I'm going to drop it into my web browser. And there's a web page that says title. Okay, so now let's go back to our document, and now I'm going to add an image. An image source equals my image that I have right there. I will save it, and let's go back and reload it from the web browser. I hit reload, and there is the picture, which has been cropped off below the bottom of the screen. I'm a dad, so all pictures are of my little boy. What we really want to do is use some CSS. So what I could do is, within this tag, I could say style, which basically means I'm going to type CSS, equals width colon 200 pix. Let's save that, go back, reload, and there it's 200 pixels wide. Of course, we want to do things that are more efficient than embedding all of our styles. So we're going to create a style tag. And in there, we can modify image tags by saying width 200px. Notice the difference that when we put our CSS in as an attribute, it all has to be in quotes to the style argument, but the text is basically the same. So we can remove this now. And let's go back and reload it. And sure enough, it still seems to be working. But what we really want to do is put our CSS in a separate file so it's nice and neat. So I'm going to come down, I'll make this a little bit smaller so you can see the bottom of the screen. I'm going to hit this plus sign and create a new file. And I will call that styles.css. And now we'll go back here, we'll cut that CSS out of there and paste it in here. And delete our styling. That styling should have been at the top before the title. And in fact, while we're here, let's make this a really formal HTML document, and I'll type in all the other stuff it should have. Begin our HTML, begin our head, we have the title, end the head, we have the body. Sorry, that title course goes down there, and then we end the body, and now we're going to do some indenting, and see how it goes over 2 when I hit tab once. It doesn't indent automatically, but it does know how far to indent when you start doing it. And then end the HTML, and it knows to, oh, I thought it knew to move that back. Okay, so if we go and reload now, our picture is big again. Why? Because it doesn't know where to find the CSS. So this is where we put that link thing we saw the other day. This is where we say link, then we say href equals, and all we have to type is the name of that file because it's in the same directory. Href equals. It might be in a different directory or it might be somewhere else on the internet, but this one is in the same directory, so we just have to type the name. And then we also want to say rel equals style sheet, so it knows what kind of resource it is. And then type equals text/CSS. This stuff is going to always be the same when you're linking to CSS, and that part will just change to its location. Save it, reload it, it's all working again. Now here comes the magic. Because we did all of this in Dropbox, I can now come over here, click on this file, do copy public link, we'll make a new tab here, paste it, give it a moment, and look, it still loads our page with the image, and because the image is small, we know it also loaded the style sheet. So there, we have now used Dropbox as a free web server.